In general, the whole qualifying, it went really well. A few changes that we made to the car definitely made it a bit nicer to drive for me. And then Q3, of course, you go all out and you really try to put the best lap out there. And it felt good. It was with the wind, it was quite tricky today in some places to be very consistent. But overall in Q3, I think with the gap that we had to the cars behind, we definitely can't complain.
Considering the mess of a quali I had, I nearly got knocked out in Q1. Given the margins are so close, a little off, not having that perfect lap in Q1. I did my lap then with very warm tires. And then I couldn't get a good read through qualifying. We did a lot of setup changes to adjust accordingly, and unfortunately they were not enough.
I think we are not the easiest opponent for everybody else, so let's put it that way. We will try to push and have a strong race, but I think it will be very difficult to hold the two Ferraris and the two McLarens behind 57 laps. It's going to be an extremely long race for us to hold those positions. So if it's P7, P8 tomorrow afternoon, when I'm here talking to you, I will still happy with the overall weekend.
I think to be ahead of two Ferraris is always a positive thing. To be behind two Red Bulls is not a surprise at all. So they're clearly extremely strong, like they showed in the race today. Red Bull are another league here. But I think positive day for us in terms of pace. The Red Bulls will probably lap everyone multiple times.
Hopefully not multiple.
Ferrari, I think, will not be as quick as them, but they'll be close enough.
Decent qualifying session, definitely. I think a couple of scruffy corners on the last lap, but all in all, I think I can be pretty happy with that. So, a bit happier than I was this morning. We'll wait and see what our pace is like tomorrow, but definitely a bit of a better place to be starting.
We did not expect McLaren and Fernando to be able to jump us, so I was happy to sacrifice being P3 behind the Red Bulls with a good car for the race, but now obviously we are starting P6, so it's a bit further back than what we will have liked. However, we have a good race pace, good tire management. That gives me the confidence that we can come back to third tomorrow.
Obviously not ideal to crash in Q2, but still managed to crash just in the right angle in the last moment. I turned the wheel a bit to make sure that the crash was in the best possible angle, and managed to hit the right angle there to don't damage the rear suspension and the rear wing. From there I recovered well. I had decent confidence in the car and I could keep pushing flat out. Unfortunately, it still throws you a bit of rhythm, and it's not an ideal quali, but managed to put together some strong laps. It just seems like this weekend we're not very strong as a team, and it's not a very good track for us, but I think the race is tomorrow and we can still recover.
But the car was feeling okay out there. It was a little bit unfortunate in Q2 with the red flag. I obviously didn't get my lap in at the beginning, and it was a really strong lap, and it would have meant I'd have had two sets of new tyres in Q3. So it just has a knock-on effect. It's not an excuse. It's just it could have been slightly different for us had we had the two new tyres. Nevertheless, I think anything can happen tomorrow.
We tried after P1 obviously to improve the car, but it reacted in a very strange way, and it went the wrong way. So obviously we were stuck with that for this morning. But now this afternoon, better, more in line with what it should be. So happy, but expect a tough race tomorrow. I think it's going to be a stretch for us, but I look forward to it.
It was actually quite straightforward session, quite smooth from our side. So I'm pleased. First time in Q3 this season. So that's good to see the progress, and pretty close in the end with Hook. Tomorrow will be so far the best chance for us to get points. Like it is realistic now. But for that we need to execute everything in perfection, and that's what I'm expecting from every team member.
We made some changes, might have been a bit better, but we'll see what we can do in the race tomorrow.
Honestly, from when we put the car on the track yesterday, I definitely had some more comfort in it, so that was encouraging, and then the whole weekend's been certainly more positive for now. So it's still obviously, a couple of our rivals are in Q3, so they've obviously found a bit more one lap pace. But I think the sprint this morning was encouraging, that we can maybe show a little bit more on the long runs tomorrow. So I think 12th is, honestly, I was happy with my lap. There's not too much more in it, so I think it's a decent place to start to try and knows our way into the points.
Yeah, we did. We did make some changes, and we definitely improved the performance. I think today is our best starting position of the whole year. So we can be. It's not it's a small step, but not a negligible one. We made a step forward, so we have to be happy with that. Obviously, it's still not enough, so we are not satisfied completely. But as I said, best starting position of the year, and we need to look forward to make more of a step in the future. But overall a maximized session. We maximize the potential of the car and can be happy with that.
It's been really tricky. I think the wind's been so hard for us. I think for everyone, but wind generally it pulls the balance apart. And when you've got normal limitations when there's no wind, you're kind of spinning plates a bit, compromising a lot of corners for other corners. And in the end, that time is the same. It just you do it differently each time you try something new. So I think we can fight from here. I'm not so worried. We've got good tyre selection. Got 2 hards, which I think not everyone does have. At least the ones that we're fighting. So optimistic. Let's see.
Yeah, we made a few tweaks, which some were good, some were a bit too aggressive, and quite aggressive through turn 8. I was always bottoming out there, so might have been a bit aggressive there, but it was definitely worth it because we knew it would be a difficult session, but managed to get it into Q2, even though it didn't look like we were going to make it so ahead of the weekend. So I'm pleased. Team did a good job, and we maximized what we had.
We can definitely going forward from where we are, and I feel like potential is there. Of course, the race there will be so much stuff going on. There will be strategy. Everybody can use different tires also. So let's see. But I'm sure it's going to be a very great day tomorrow. I knew there will be a lot of fans. I knew it's going to be packed, but it's great to see them always cheering for you. Especially I think under the hard time is where they're there for. But I really felt the extra energy. That's what got me going this weekend. So far it's been great. Of course today a little bit less, but we will make up for it tomorrow.
Car felt good. Just on that last lap in Q1, Sargent went off in front of me and cost me a bit of lap time there. And later on in the lap in turn 14, Sonoda got in the way. And when things are this tight, it means I'm out of Q1. So.
Yeah, I should have got through easy. It was my mistake. I just struggled. I couldn't seem to stop the car in turn 14. I think just kept locking. Maybe needed one more lap. The car is massively different. We changed a lot, but yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow's going to be a bit better. I hope it rains tomorrow now. I need the rain, so the rain dance. I need everyone to do it.
Kind of mixed feeling because for me, at least the spring qualifying, there was kind of the side that it was also like for myself, I didn't able to put it all together. But this qualifying, at least on my driving, I was pretty happy with it. It's just still nowhere. So, and kind of pretty confirmed that especially last set of tire, I just didn't have any grip, the rear tire.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It was a good lap to that point. But yeah, the car was just really on edge in the high speed this afternoon, especially over the bumps and the tarmac changes. So yeah, disappointing.